Welcome to Lydia's Plate. I'm a stay-at-home mom who is homesteading together with my husband and 4 kids. We do gardening, house cleaning, all the homesteading stuff, baking bread, experimenting with gluten-free foods for one of our kids, animals, and the like. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned and welcome to our channel. Good morning, everyone. I had already loaded the washing machine last night, so now I just had to actually put the soap in and start it. An hour later, it is done already, so I'm going to grab everything out of here and get the next load going. I've got kids behind the camera showing me things and telling me jokes. It makes it look like I'm looking at the camera and smiling, but I mean, I don't mind smiling at you guys too. But yeah, they were there and they were being goofy. It's chilly outside, so I had to grab my sweater. Our summer days are so short already, and we are into fall. But I do enjoy the fall season. There's so much about fall I enjoy. I love watching the leaves change color, seeing all the animals preparing for winter, and harvesting the garden. That is probably one of my most favorite parts of fall. I just don't look forward to the temperature dropping too much when I still am hoping to harvest so much from the garden. Things like tomatoes and peppers. They don't like the colder temperatures, especially the other night when we had +1 degree Celsius, so right above freezing. We had a little bit of frost around the edges of the chicken fence there and up on the shingles. So yeah, and then now while I was cleaning the clothesline and Cassandra's out here with me, we saw an eagle and a hawk circling. At harvest time we see a lot of them because as the fields are being combined, there are a lot of little critters, mice and gophers and so on scurrying about, and those hawks and eagles just love to feed on that. So we got to watch that, and then I believe there was also a helicopter. We get a lot of those too. bathroom. Bathrooms always have to get cleaned. They are a highly used room of the house, as we all know, and so they need that regular cleaning. Again, the kids were popping into the door here, or through the door here all the time as I was working. Mark was gone this weekend, and so every time they wanted to know something or wanted to do something, they were coming and finding me. And is it just me, or does it seem like whenever you are busy or on the phone or something like that, that's when your kids come find you to ask you some of the most random things? And here it wasn't the kids, it was Nugget. She was abused when we rescued her, and I don't know. Then the following day after we brought her home, I happened to have a free day, and so I had spent a good chunk of the day working with her and showing her that not all adults beat dogs, and whatever was done to her, I'm not quite sure. So I don't know if that's why. It's kind of my assumption that that's why she's decided I'm kind of her favorite, and she follows me all over the house when I'm in the office doing paperwork or editing videos or something like that. She is sitting there with me if I haven't closed the door. If I go into a room like here in the bathroom and I had not actually latched the door closed, she had to come check out what I was doing, make sure I was okay, and sniff everything. So I don't mind most of the time. The hardest thing I have, or the hardest struggle I have is dealing with the fur. So if anybody out there has tips on what to do with that fur. She is a 3/4 golden retriever and a 1/4 golden lab, so she did inherit the short fur of the golden lab, but she still sheds a lot. So if anybody out there has any tips, we brush her every day, and I don't know what else to do. I actually said I would never have pets inside. After having kids, I said kids were enough work and I would never have a pet inside, and I guess I have to eat my words because we've grown so attached to her and she's such a sweetheart, and her personality, it's hard to not have her inside. So if anybody out there has tips on how to manage the fur shedding, I would love to have those tips if you don't mind passing them on. Just comment down below and I eagerly await them. Here we are onto the bathtub. I did a major cleaning of the bathtub today, even the ceiling of it, I guess you would call it. So it should be good and clean for a while. The ceiling doesn't need it that often, but somehow every once in a while, I don't know, dirty condensation, is that even possible? But somehow there are like dirty droplets hanging onto the ceiling up there. I don't know how they get up there, where they come from, but yep, that's part of what I'm cleaning here today. Already just gonna rinse all the junk down the drain and finish up the top part here as I said, and polish the chrome. we're back to the laundry. This time as I was emptying, I was trying to make it easier on myself for once I'm hanging it outside, and I was sorting the smaller towels from the bigger towels, so I ended up having to hold on to a few while I got the smaller towels from underneath these large towels. And then now that we have all those towels out, we'll start the next load of clothes. I have been finding that if I do a load of towels and then a load of clothes and alternate back and forth like that, it fits better on the line. Maybe I've already said that in a previous video, but just thought I'd clarify in case I hadn't. There we go, everything is hung up and done out here again, so we will get back inside to tackle the kitchen. Here we are. This dishwasher is a never-ending task. I'm so thankful for my dishwasher. I feel like washing dishes by hand, as much as I enjoy it at times because it's peaceful, I think it takes far more time than loading the dishwasher, especially because now that my kids are older, they all take turns emptying the dishwasher. So yes, I think it takes way less time for me to simply load the dishwasher than to wash all the dishes by hand. And I enjoy puzzling, but don't often have time for it much anymore. I try to fit it in during the winter when the responsibilities are less, or the chores are less, there's no garden, all that kind of stuff. But last winter, for example, I never did end up having time to do a puzzle, so at least I'm puzzling dishes. I still enjoy that challenge. And seeing how many dishes I can get puzzled into the dishwasher. And here's Nugget. She's enjoying whatever she's finding there on the door of the dishwasher. Silly pup. So there we go, the dishwasher is done. And now, all these tomatoes, and here we go, this is what I did with them. And we're back to the laundry again. Looks like I've got quite a few loads left to go there yet, so I will keep plugging away at it, and I hope you're making progress at your place as well. Or getting inspired to tackle it after this video is done, whichever way you like to do it. And in all reality, turning those tomatoes into pizza sauce was not as easy as snapping a finger. That is not the reality. So in the meantime, I'm doing all these loads of laundry, and then by the time I had the laundry all done, then I could get back to cleaning the house. So you're gonna see this is an all-day ultimate clean with me, because with the pizza sauce in there, this took me all day. I finished just before midnight. So you're gonna see that, like right now, it's daylight, mid-afternoon, but by the time this video is done, it is gonna be pitch black outside. Kids will have all gone to bed. I think sometimes as a mom, that is exactly how life goes. There are things that come up unexpected in our day that totally changes our plans, or you know, for us with homesteading and gardening, canning, preserving, all that kind of stuff, you have to do it when your produce is ready, because otherwise your produce spoils, and then what is the point? So that is something that I find I just have to be flexible with. I have to be willing to have some give and take, and realize that, especially with wanting to make these videos, it doesn't always happen the way I want it to in my head, and I have to be okay with that. And it is okay, because it still all gets done, just maybe not always in the time frame that I had expected of myself. And so then I also learned to give myself grace and say, you know what, I got it all done, and tomorrow's another day, and thank God for the strength and the ability to do it. I am so glad that I am healthy and able to work hard. And that one towel there, oh boy, that towel has seen better days. That was a towel I got given to me in my teenage years, and so that is quite an old towel, and it has become more of a rag towel that we still like to use for drying our hands. But for example, like when it's slaughter time out here, that is the towel that comes out to the garage. Or when we gave Nugget a bath the other day, that was the towel that got used for drying her off. So I don't want to throw it out because I don't really have any other towel that I'd want to use in those types of situations, but it's not completely garbage yet either. Still has some life on it, although I think I may have to snip off the bottom piece there that's really dangling and re-hem that edge. But that'll be a job for winter when I have more time. So here we are in the living room, and as I said, because I'm busy chopping up tomatoes and working on the pizza sauce. Actually, you know what? I don't think that was pizza sauce, that was salsa. Sorry guys. That's why it took so long, because I had to chop all that stuff. Pizza sauce, I can just throw everything through the blender, but that was salsa. So yes, so that was a lot more time consuming because I had to chop all those veggies to bite-sized pieces the way I like my salsa. So because of that, I was not getting all the laundry put away, and so instead I just quickly sorted it out on the couch there, and that way I can keep going, keep trying to multitask to the best of my ability, and just keep things moving. As long as we don't slow down so far that we're at a standstill, we're still moving forward. So maybe you're having a day like that today where you're feeling like you're not really making any progress, you're not even taking a step, you're just shuffling. So I want to encourage you, just keep plugging away at it. At least you're moving forward. So let's be moving forward together. Alrighty, and I think this is it for the laundry today. So if you are tired of seeing all these loads of laundry already, you know, that is mom life. But if you're done watching that, I believe this is the last load in the video today. So we'll get on with cleaning up the rest of the house. So as I opened up the dishwasher here, I wasn't sure if one of the kids just hadn't finished cleaning it out all the way, or if the dishes were in fact actually still dirty. So after inquiring of the kids and checking out the dishes all the way, we got it figured out. Kevin's being such a big helper here bringing me dishes. We've had supper now already. And Nugget's gonna be a bit of a pre-washer here. Now that she's inside, she's always sticking her head into the dishwasher. Sometimes it gets a little annoying, but oh well. The pros of having her inside, her companionship and everything else, outweigh the minor annoyances. And I think she's much happier as well. I definitely do miss the idea of, I don't know, I don't even know if I can say that. Okay, I like having a farm dog outside to protect the yard, but at the same time we are into deer hunting season here, and so it's nicer that she is inside so that she's not chasing all those deer away. And the salsa had burnt on a little bit here on the bottom of the pot, so I'm going to get that scrubbed off and then I can continue loading the dishwasher. You can see my island is full with the salsa and the toaster was out, and I have the bread maker out because I was making bread again. We are loving the bread from this bread maker. I have made multiple different kinds. The recipe book came with many recipes in it, so I have made Mark's Italian herb bread, I think it was called, and there's a Peter special winter bread and a Chad summer wheat bread, and I don't know how they came up with their names, but there have been many good recipes that we have been enjoying from the recipe book that came with this bread maker. So to my dishwasher tab, I'm adding baking soda. I alternate, not one time, next time, one time, next time. It's not hard and fast like that. When I open up a box of dishwasher tabs, if I have like the Walmart Great Value brand of tabs and I have the actual Finish brand of tabs, I will open up two boxes, mix them all together, and then dump them into a box, and then I'll alternate between the two as I'm using the dishwasher. And I also add a little bit of baking soda just for extra cleaning power, especially depending on the load size. I don't always add the baking soda, but if it's a really dirty load, lots of pots and pans, stuff like that, then definitely I'm adding a little baking soda for a little extra scrubbing power. here we go, just tidying everything up. That glass bowl I put to the side because I thought I was going to try that sourdough bread again. That was before I'd heard about how well the spelt flour could work. So that's why I put that aside, and now these bread bags all need to be cleaned up. And I will have to make bread again, because if the bags are empty, that means we don't have any. So I will have to make bread again one day. But in the meantime today, I'm just going to get this kitchen all cleaned up, get everything put away, everything wiped, and then we're ready to enjoy the weekend. Now a few crumbs had fallen right into the machine itself here. I'm not sure how. Maybe the machine was vigorously stirring and something jumped out. I don't think that's supposed to be able to happen. But anyways, I saw something was in there, so I was just shaking it out and wiping it out a little bit, and then I can put it back together and put it away. Now I need to scrub the oven here a little bit. It doesn't show up so well on the video, so I'm going to see if I can come in a lot closer next time so you guys can actually see all the junk that's burnt on, the splashes and everything. But it was dirty, and now I'm getting it clean. The table needs a wipe here as well so that I can sort laundry, and then the kids will come grab all their piles and take them away, put them away, and I'll clean up ours. I don't nearly always remember who wears what, so it's helpful if the kids come and say, oh yeah, that's actually mine, especially when it comes to certain shirts that the kids have that are similar. The boys have a few things that are similar, the girls have a few things that are similar, or even they wear the same size, they have a different shape, but they wear the same size because it just works out that way. And so sometimes I don't know, what they're sharing or what's actually one or the others. And so it's helpful to me if they come and hang out with me while I'm sorting laundry so that they can tell me exactly whose is what and so on, especially also with the socks. I don't nearly always remember whose socks are whose. And in today's video, I decided to include the putting away of the laundry because that is something we all do too, and sometimes we need the motivation to keep on going and put it away, not just be glad that it's folded and stacked, but to actually get it fully cleaned up, not leave the job half done. So I hope that this is encouraging you in that area today as well. Here Carissa was just showing me that I had in fact put a wrong pair of jeans on the wrong pile, and there were a couple things that were Cassandra's that went into the wrong spot, and then they came to give me a hug and say goodnight. And Carissa was telling me something and being a little dramatic about it, and then she's gonna take that downstairs to the boys for me. So there we go. As I said, it is dark outside and the kids have gone to bed, or are supposed to be going to bed, and so now I'm going to get the floors and the rest of the house all cleaned up without having anybody coming through. And Nugget is so accommodating as well. She wants to be with me, but as I get up to her, she realizes that she needs to move, and she just moves on out of the way. She doesn't always move far, and then I feel bad when I have to ask her to move again, but if she wants to be inside, she's gonna have to learn that's the way it goes. Here we are into the living room, and I want to make sure that I tidy up in here a bit as well as I sweep, especially this blanket. There was a lot of junk that attaches itself to the blanket, so it needed to be shook off and folded so that I could sweep up anything that fell off of it. And then after sweeping the house, especially with Nugget being inside, the sweeper needed to be vacuumed off. It was all full, so that is done, and that means that the entire task of sweeping the house is done, and now I'll get to the washing of the floor, and then that task will be done for here in this room as well. It feels so good to be able to have a room fully checked off the list that it is done. Hope you're getting that feeling as well. So down the hall and into our room, here we go. We're gonna get the floor all tidied up first so that I don't have to step on everything that's on the floor and dirty. And I'm going to give you a camera angle today of under the bed as I vacuum there so that you get to see all those dust bunnies that get vacuumed up. And look at that, there's even a lotion bottle under the bed. How did that get under there? No worries, I'll push it all the way to the one edge so that I can reach it, and then it will be cleaned up. And we'll dust this off as well. I so love this handy little attachment. I'm sure I've said that multiple times before, but it is very handy and it makes quick work of an otherwise tedious seeming job. I do not like dusting with a rag. I don't know. Just me. I just feel like the vacuum cleaner cleans it up so much better. It just sucks it all up instead of me feeling like I'm wiping dust around. plus then my hands aren't in water so much, and I don't know if you have that same problem, but if my hands are in water too much, they definitely feel the effects of that. So if I can have my hands out of the water and be vacuuming up the dust instead, I much prefer that. Time to get our mountain of laundry put away here as well. Nugget was restless. I think she was noticing that Mark was not home. This is the first time that she has been inside while he has been gone, and it seemed like she was looking for him. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Sometimes I think it's pointless to try to understand what a dog is doing or why, but that was just kind of the feeling that I got. She was going into all the rooms, all upstairs, and it just seemed like she was searching for something. And then I would ask her, do you need to go outside? No, she did not need to go outside. She didn't want to go outside, but she seemed to be searching for something. So I gave her food, made sure she had water. All of that was good. So the only conclusion I could come to was that she realized somebody's not home, something's not right. Where is this person? I don't know. Do you guys think that dogs pick up on that? Alright, so here we are in the entrance, and there, as you can see, I asked her if she wanted to go outside. She did not want to go outside. She's not lacking in food. She's got her elegant little aluminum pie plate there, and it is loaded with food, so she's not hungry. And here you can see more of the produce that is waiting for me to work with and get cleaned up. These apples will all get peeled and chopped into nice chunks for apple pie. And now that it is starting to cool off so much outside, it's cooled off enough that the temperature in the pool has dropped to, oh man, I think it was around 20 degrees Celsius, which is getting a little chilly, not so enjoyable anymore. And the heat in the afternoon does not last that long that the kids really want to go swimming anymore. So all of that pool stuff can be cleaned up now, and I'm gonna move those apples and tomatoes to the kitchen because that's where they get worked on. That's where they'll get processed. So there we go, then they're out of the entrance, and then I can vacuum everything and get it cleaned up the rest of the way. Here we have a bag of recycling that needs to go out, and a pail that I had gotten emptied from cleaning up all those tomatoes earlier. So then that is ready to go out tomorrow morning. It'll go outside to its proper place. There we go, and this is all tidied up so that the closet doors can close now again. And we'll get the rug all vacuumed, and then this is looking 100 times better. Polish the mirror and hang up a fresh towel here, and the soaps also need refilling. And I almost forgot that I need to make sure to put the water in first and the soap second, otherwise I just end up with a bottle full of suds. So, whew, that was a close call. And with filling up this bottle, my big bottle ran out, but at least there's enough to make it through the weekend easily. And I do have another bottle of soap like this, a big refill jug, in the other bathroom. So it's not a big deal, but definitely something that needs to get written down on the shopping list for when I finally go to do a big shopping list again. Whenever I have been in town, I have grabbed a few things here and there, like milk, especially because milk is something that expires. If I've been in town, I have picked up some milk and stuff like that, but I have not actually done a large shopping list where I have gotten all kinds of stuff to restock my pantry and cupboards and all of that. So that's why I say the soap is just going to get added to the list, and then that will be coming up in the future where I'm going to do a massive shopping trip and get the house all restocked on essentials again. It has been several weeks since I have gone and done a big shopping run, so this is gonna be a doozy this time when I go. There we go, those steps are clean, and this is the last load here. I knew that this would not be able to go outside, so sorry guys. I thought that I had all the laundry done. I forgot about this clip, and so I'm just going to quickly hang these few things on my line inside here, and then the laundry is done, and I am working on making that switch from hanging laundry outside to hanging laundry inside again, because as I said, with the weather changing, that's just the way it goes. I hope you have been so encouraged and motivated by this video. I hope you have accomplished everything that you need to do. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to. It helps me out so much, and I appreciate it, and I enjoy interacting with you guys. I hope that it's helping you out. That is one of my main goals with this, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Please comment if you want to, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.